Hi guys, it's Alston. In this video, I'm going to take a look into BuzzAbout. There is a lifetime deal going around. That's why I wanted to check out this tool. This is a new market research tool because we are on a day of age. We are understanding the customers, talking about their pain point, not just asking AI and make it hallucinate is not a good way to do market research. And even to do good SEO keyword research for business, first we need to understand our target business audience. What are their gains? What are their pain points? What are their thoughts? That's what this tool claims to do. Basically, you can create various reports and you can ask AI, or you can just chat or get all the important dates about it. Let me go in depth on what are the things you can expect from it. Then I'm going to show you the demo of various example which I've created. It's basically connected with different social medias: Reddit, LinkedIn, X, YouTube, such as that. Basically, based on that, you can keep on ask. Based on it, it will let you know the content strategy, what kind of views we get, likes, engagement ratio, sentiment, and audience research to give different segments within your audience. And also will show you the top performing post, what are the most engaged one, recent one, to show that the data which is giving you, not just because of hallucinations or like where it's actually getting this data, because that is important citation, and showing that this is the particular post which brings the most amount of data. Competitor research, track emerging trends, analyze brand perception, influence of it analysis. So overall high level overview of those are the features, but let me go into the app itself because that is where the most important things are coming into it. The first and foremost, this is not a very complex app. At least the data, all the things which are happening on the back end is complex, but the app itself designed in a very simple or mostly like a Google interface with just a Google search bar and couple of tabs here. Basically, in order to get started, you come into this app, choose one platform. There is no way to select all the platform because the emotions, people will change depending on the platform. In my experience, like for example, people in Reddit will almost have different requirements or different perspective from something like YouTube, where mostly it's positive. In when I go to LinkedIn, it's more towards promotional business, all those things. So what they have done is they have given us in a different things platform, and you just give out a topic you want to get started or paste the URL. Ideally, I'm a business owner. I want to know what my audience is looking for. Then based on it, I'm going to create and start getting the details about all the important stuff. So my goal is business SEO. You select the platform you wish to get the data from. So let me select Instagram. That's why I'm clicking on Instagram because it's not instant. It takes time to get. So that's the reason I ran all this report beforehand. But here I will show you how you can start doing it. Basically, couple of things you need to notice here. One, we have a chat window here, post preview for query. What are the things I can edit from here? It also should show the last 3 months, and I can also target the language, or I can go beyond last 3 months. All these options are available. So what are the things you need to do now to fine tune it? Let's see. First, it will tell you like I just provided anything without the context. So it automatically asking me, are you looking for SEO trends in business world on Instagram? This is a broad topic because you can see around 20.8 million total mentions are there, which is too high. So, are you curious about trends and strategies of successful business use, pain points, success story, influencer opinion, all these things? So, it's asking me to go much more focused or narrow to get a better sort of data here. In here, what I would do is say business SEO pain and trends. This is the way you should be typing. Talk it like normal and see the count. It is going to be changing. So you can see, depending on the query I gave, it went into a different mode. So you can see combining both of them will suffer not only what is working but obstacle for profession. Using keyword like trend or challenge alongside your core concept. Keep the scope ambitious but actionable. This approach will quickly add well, and it give me like, if you want to refine your focus, such as zeroing on small business or specific industry, let me know. So it's asking me, okay, I have got the idea. You can also see the preview. Like these are the posts which I'm interested. These are the posts which I'm wanting to get more interested. So it's giving me a preview, and based on it, like say for example, I also want to go one step more and small business, because it's specifically asking, do I want to go much more depth? So it's year 5.63 million we got for this particular query. The ideal thing is we try to get as much focused as possible. That way, the data set which we are trying to get the data out of will look very interesting to us. So you can see focusing on is reveal both recent SEO appointment exactly, because there is so much going on with AI SEO and trend discussion, noteworthy current talk to make this in. You could even further refine by industry or location. But I'm not going to do that because I want to target everything. I'm going to select English. It's still broad, but we brought it down to very less, to be honest, from 5 million. You would think more data is better, but more focused data is better. That way we will see better results. Once you selected everything, you can just keep on chatting and it will automatically suggest this query. Or once you get advanced with this tool, you will know what to put here. Once I click on start research, it is not going to get everything immediately. It is going to start the work, gather data, picking out odd takes, connecting the dots, calculating the number, packaging your headsets. It takes around 5 minutes in my experience, and sometimes faster. So let me show you what a similar report will look like. For example, I ran a query on Reddit for profitable SEO business struggle. This is, to be honest, one not accurate query. I could have improved it, but this is my first attempt of testing this tool. So basically, it gives me an overall summary and a chat and a lot of data points here. Let me show you what are the things available here. First and foremost, it's giving me an option to track it, so I can continuously track this topic, copy, export PDF, all these things are available. This is important. Like based on the keyword which I gave, profitable business SEO struggle, it's giving me an overall summary based on what people are talking about. Confidence in paid media and SEO is slipping, with conversions shifting from ad spend volatility to urgent calls for measurable ROI. Step by step budgeting guides, transparent SEO case studies emerge as a top performing format, while founders grapple with burnout driving scale limits. Greatest opportunity lies in delivering an integrated ROI dashboard that unifies paid organic metrics, guide strategic, gives you a total engagement rate, total views, potential reach, total mention, and how the activities of post which is mentioning these words moves around. So you can get see, like whenever there's something spike, you can click on it. It will try to explain that spike on what is the reason, if it can find it. For example, just clicking on any of this, it will initiate a search query. So it will try to find the data. I would say that during this time, what was the reason? So it will show you the activity over time and also sentiment analysis. You can see very important here. Like you can see only on October 16 we have positive sentiment. Apart from that, in Reddit, everything is non negative sentiment. That means people who are coming to the Reddit are worried about profitable, how SEO will be profitable for business. You can see highly concentrated themes, key interest driver, including candid founder narratives about SaaS product struggle, tactical marketing catalyst like major amplified during the windows were first hand failure stories like my SaaS filed, and it will give you the citation. When you click on it, it will open up that particular data, like where it got told. So you can see what are the reason for it, and also you can see the metrics across the period. The top post my SaaS file turned out 55,000 views, absorbing more than 75% of total tracked in the window, while the next highest received 11,000. So you can get a sense of how this is coming up with these things. Also, you can see from the sentiment oversight, it's been negative in Reddit regarding this. That's we can see the pain points up. Then we also get an emotional breakdown graph here. So you can see we have so many neutral, but sadness also there. So let's say, for example, I'm not sure why my audience is feeling sadness. So what happens here? To this tool gathers the data, it presenting you in a nice way, and you can start to chat with the points. That is where power of this tool comes into play. The strongest sadness themes arise from stories of failed business attempt, perceived irreversible decline in visibility, especially in tech, digital, and small business. Another major driver decline in a business and create express deep sadness as efforts to maintain a prior level success fall short. An HC owner details distress of one's thriving side hustles shrinking dramatically. You can see it's giving me all the things. It's not just pulling random, but actual valid post to talk about it. So you can see broader intentions. Look at the common emotional triggers: feeling invincible, invisible, or undervalued in the market, dispowerment from tech shift and platform changes, exhaustion, burnout, perception. You get the idea how important this data is, like for new SEO, new business research. Can be doing product, you understand what your customers are wanting to feel, what is their mindset. This is where you start talking about it. You're not just limited to whatever the prompts or whatever the suggestions which given by here. You can ask anything here. They have predefined set of chat which you might start need using it, but you can keep on asking. Like for example, I can ask something like, what is main pain points of my audience? So in this case, I cannot just keep on chatting. It is always going to be backing the reply based on the data it got. The main pain points of my audience are platform instability and paid channel risk, frequent algorithm changes, Google, Meta, erratic performance, platform dependency, burnout, product market fit, uncertainty, trust support issue, organic reach, monetization strategy. You can see all these things. So I can keep on asking several questions depending on the range. It's always trying to be factual as possible. Reporting the citing the same case studies because I selected 3 months period. This was the most engaged topic, and you can see actual failure. What are the meaning of the business does not generate meaningful revenue, which is the correct one. Failure is usually attributed to market mismatch and top present. Failure outside single tactic, again a good one. So you can see it's giving me very raw and real data from actual audience language itself. This is the reason why AI companies are paying social media like Reddit a lot of money for their data, because that is valuable. So you can see the content breakdown. Intention shows like what is kind of intent the content are generally towards here. So you can see engagement and social is the most important one, and where there is less emotional and informational category. You can see in what theme the most of the discussion is on. Obviously, since I asked business, it's all about business. Is it a text based content, image based content? It also got the topics within my target search query. You can see algorithm, platform risk, outsourcing and automation, client acquisition and retention, creator and public. Basically, these things are very relevant to what I have asked. And it also shows me total views of these clusters generated for this discussion with likes, resonance. So how well it was received to the target audience which we are researching. For example, you can see something like content creation workflow. It is considered low, even though it is very important in SEO. Still, for my target audience, it is low. But something like platform and technology adoption is very high, you can see. So when I click here, it will give me an overview like business frequently evaluate platform migration option to gain enhanced control scalability specific functionality. So you can see comments over platform migration cause significant concern regarding inherent complexity, potential data loss, many find website option limiting. So you can see, and it also giving me all these things. And when I click on, let's say for example, I want to know more about it, I can click on learn more. I want to see wow, what actually users are typing about it. Rather than going everything one by one, just clicking on get codes, it will initiate a different chat section here. Basically, I can start getting the important details I want. You can see it will start analyzing, and you can see exact reason like the fear of breaking URLs, losing order history, messing up SEO. And you can see I'm worried about farmer might not hold up on a long run. So I can get a better idea. So that is what all the topics. It just can keep on chatting with these things to get much more interesting data as well. So that is the here. We also have a charting mode which is on beta. We also have custom skill. You can create your own prompt, comparison, pain points mining, content positioning, market research. A lot of things are available here. We can see the actual mentions also. For example, we see all the data, but let's say we want to see are all these things happening, what actual post this data is coming from. You come into this section here. What you see, you can sort this by topics if you want to see that. Most recent, highest engagement rate, most commented, most viewed. I can do that, all these things. And once you're done here, you can click on any of it to open it. And also you can serve these things. So if you find something interesting, you save it. A cool tip, what I would personally do is, if I want to give AI some context about what kind of audience perspective, I will just copy all these things as a copy. I couldn't find an export button. Copy all these things and provide AI a context window within ChatGPT or Gemini, and it will do a better job. Those are the mentions. Then we have audience. Audience is not available for all the platforms. For Reddit, it was available. And basically, based on the post, based on the audience, it will give me a gender profile. Because it couldn't figure out something where most of the audience are located. And the cool thing is, it also generate potential personas for my audience. Like there are several various people: curious and cautious, introverted and relaxed, skeptical and guarded. This is interesting. When I click on it, it will give me a personality, like purpose, evaluating the product, service, and calling out flaws rather than accepting marketing claim. So problem approach, how should I approach these kind of audience? When I click on this, it gives me a distribution on how we can target this kind of audience specifically. With our market research, when we know correctly these are the different types of people available, we can go for them, targeting them more specifically. You can see some moderately low, but there is one moderately high. Emotional alert tend towards heightened fright, frustration, and worry about problem, reacting strongly to perceived failures or injustice. So it gives you better understanding here as well. And also it gives you entities within this particular one. So you can see it gives a like which are the other things which are interesting. And also you can see it also brings actual profiles as an example. So when you click on any of this, it will take based on is this is the criterias for this kind of a person. So those are all the data you can see. Obviously I just showed you one thing, but it is the same for any other social media which you choose. You have the chat window, you have the same overview mention. Now you can see for YouTube, you see everything is positive. There is no sentiment, everything is positive. There is no negative involved at all. You can see the views mentioned, how here is working. Like it's giving me completely different things here. Like for here, what is I link and citation strategy, that is very high. E-commerce store growth is high. Video technical site configuration. So you can see completely different set of information we are getting here. That is very important based on your target audience, based on the platform and what they are talking in the platform. You can create a content marketing strategy or social marketing strategy based on that specific theme. For example, when I go into mention, it is going to do the same thing it did for LinkedIn. I can go with most commented, engagement rate, most viewed, anything. I can start doing it. So you can see all the data it is coming up with this as well. Similarly, you have the same control with LinkedIn, and again it shows the different set of data for different platform. Ideally, my suggestion, do a finalize your search query once, then run the same thing with all the platform. That will give you a better understanding. There is X and Instagram. Just let me share the summary itself. Conversion shows rising demand for affordable and growing curiosity around AI search visibility. Very accurate with step by step guides and lowest cost playbook emerging as a top performing format. The sharpest tension is small business budget constraint crashing with uncertainty over AI driven ranking. The implied strategic forward delivers a smart playbook coupled with technical superb. This is basically the right research because I'm doing the full channel evaluation and rebuilding my website. This is the pain point I discovered. I'm really surprised that it is getting all this data very accurately, and all the data is also very important. So my feeling, this tool will be very useful in the day and age where we are right now, where we are not just reliant on keyword data and number. We actually need to know what our target audience is going, because we are going from search based SEO and now we are going for problem solving SEO. So that is how the future about SEO. We need to start solving different problems of the users, and this helps us to identify the problems, get their sentiment analysis. If you're interested in it, there is a lifetime deal going around for this Black Friday with also additional discount also within early bird. I will leave the link in the description. Check it out. Thank you.